Here's our test from Friday. This is Sig Test 2. And the first problem, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. I must do what's inside the parentheses first. So I'm sitting inside. And when I'm inside, I have to go back to the order of operation and do exponents before I do the subtraction. Okay? So that's 2 squared, which is 4. So it's negative 5 minus 4 is negative 9. Absolute value of negative 9 is 9. 9 minus 20 is negative 11. I'm inside the parentheses. I must do the exponent before I do subtraction. So it's 13 minus 16 is negative 3. Then I must do squaring the exponent before I do this multiplication. So that's 9 times 2 is 18. So it's 10 minus 18 plus 7 is negative 1. F of negative 2 means you're plugging in negative 2 for the x. You just plug it in for the x, simplify, and you get 11. Remember, a negative 2 times a negative 2 is a positive 4. 4 times 3 is 12. H of 1 means the 1 is my x. So I go 1 on the x and up to 3, and that's how I get 3. H of x equals negative 1 means negative 1 is my y. So I go negative 1, go over to the graph, and that x is negative 4. G of x is equal to 11, so 11 is the g of x, so you plug it in. Add the 1 to both sides, divide by the negative 2 is negative 6. Not and not, because if I press 4, I get out 2 different answers. If I plug in 0, I get out 2 different answers. If I plug in negative 2, I get 2 answers, and so forth. I can only have 1 output for every input. Domain and range. Domain is your possible x values. So the smallest x value is at negative 5. The largest one, see how it keeps going? It goes all the way out. So that's infinity, or you could just write that part. And my range, my smallest y value is negative infinity, because it goes on negative direction forever. And these are my y's, and my highest y is up here at 4. This point may be 1, 4, but the biggest y value on this graph is 4. My domain, smallest x value is negative infinity, largest x value is 4. Range, my smallest y value is at negative 1, my largest y value is up here at 4. Exponent rules. 3 squared is 9. 2 squared squared is x to the 4th, and y squared is just y squared. Nothing to do here, so I just rewrote it. Still multiplication, so it's 2 times 9, which is 18. When I'm multiplying and the bases are the same, you can add the exponents. It's 4 and 2 is 6. And 2 plus 3 is 5. Nothing to do here, so I just rewrote it. A squared squared is a to the 4th. B squared over 15a. I just rewrote that. 5 over 15 is 1/3. Because this is 1 times 5 and this is 3 times 5. And the 5's would cancel, leave you the 3 and the 1. We got a nice bell there. So it's a to the 1st times a to the 4th is a to the 5th divided by a to the 1st, be a to the 4th. And then I have a b there and a b squared here, so that's b cubed over b cubed, which is just 1, so that's gone. I would subtract 18 from both sides. That's how I get a negative 13, and then it's 3x, so you divide by 3 to get rid of that. So that's negative 13 over 3. I would subtract 2x from both sides to get my 4x, plus the 25 equals the negative 7. Subtract 25 to get rid of it, so this 4x will be by itself. That's how I got a negative 32. Divide by 4 on each side. Combine like terms. Combine like terms. Combine like terms. Many people forgot that negative. So I'd add x to both sides. That'd give me a 6x. I would subtract or add 6 to both sides. And I get 0, so x equals 0. Combined. And then when I add 3x to both sides, my x's disappear, and I'm left with something that's not true, so it's no solution. We're adding 1, 2, 3, 4 every time, the same 4 every time. So if I take away those 4, I'm left with 3. So the 0 figure is 3, the first figure is 7, and so forth. I've just counted the little tiles. So it's changing by 4 each time, so that's my slope. It starts with 3, that's my y-intercept if I was to graph it. How many tiles will there be in figure 50? Well, x is my tile number, or my figure number, excuse me. Plug it in, 200 plus 3 is 203. Alright, good luck.